I felt as if I had a hair at the back of my tongue that I couldn't scratch off. It's probably cancer. Right away. That's the first thing he said to me. My body's my tool. I need my body to perform. I need to sing and dance. I have my voice. I started tap dancing when I was 6 years old in Canada, and then moved to New York City when I was 20, and started performing on Broadway. So I'm a singer, dancer, performer, triple threat. My wife and I, we have our two-person show that we tour across country. 2023, we were doing our shows across the country, and I got diagnosed, and so we canceled basically everything. We were actually moving from New York City to California, and it's when I was driving cross country that the symptoms came in, and I was like, oh, I should get that checked out. I felt as if I had a hair at the back of my tongue that I couldn't scratch off. It's as if like I had something, and I was like, what is that? Why do I feel like, like when you have something stuck in your tongue, like a hair or a piece of dust and a kernel from a popcorn that's like the back, but it's very light. It's not very, very distinct. And I was like, what is that? What is that? And that was like for a couple, 2-3 weeks. It kind of came and went, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's nothing. Then I got to California, and my lymph node was swollen, and I didn't have a cough. I didn't have bronchitis, and I was like, I don't like this. I really don't like this swelling for no reason. So went and saw a doctor. Got my general physical, and I said, hey, like, this is swollen. I'd like to get this checked out. She's like, okay, yeah, go see an ENT. The ENT had no bedside manners. He felt that. He's like, and then he scoped the back of my neck, or with my tongue. And then he said, there's an irregular swelling on the left side of your tongue, and I don't like this swell. It's probably cancer. Right away. That's the first thing he said to me. It's like, it's probably cancer. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Got the biopsy, and then a week and a half later, I came back into the office, and with a big smile, I said, I was right, it's cancer. I was like, why are you smiling at me? We canceled basically everything so I could heal, get better, and get rid of the cancer, and come back to being healthy. So as soon as I was diagnosed, it was just like, okay, what do I do? What do I have to do to keep singing, to keep performing, and to keep living? It was surreal. I mean, I've always been very healthy. I've always done eat well, work out, taking care of my body, because my body's my tool. I need my body to perform. I need to sing and dance. I have my voice. So when that diagnosis came through, I was just like, oh, okay. But, and everybody knows this about me, I'm very positive. And so I've always been very, very optimistic with everything. My wife, emotional and more, feeling driven than my brain logic, and just optimism. She was upset, and my mom too. My mom got really upset. My mom had a son from a first marriage. My brother was 10 years older than me, and he passed away when I was 23, so 33 from an overdose. So she was just in her head. She's like, I don't want to lose another son. My wife was like, she saw me the way I was being optimistic, and of all this research and the studies and everything that treatments and percentages, etc. I was like, listen, it's gonna be fun. Let's just got to do what we got to do and go through it together. We love to entertain. We love to perform together and do what we love together. Where you sleep. When I was talking with my surgeon, with the radiation therapist, I was like, is this going to affect my voice? Am I still going to be able to perform? That was like one of big first question. And both of them, they said, listen, the area, your tongue is there, your vocal cords are here. They said and they were very honest. They said, we've never treated a singer, but all the surgeries, all the treatments we've had, no patient has come back saying their voice had changed. So I was like, okay, great. I'll trust you. Let's go. Curveballs in life. You just gotta grab your bat and try to hit them. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not selective. It's not anything I could have done or changed in my life. It's not like, oh, I should have done that. It's really like the markers were derived from HPV. So based on how the tumor was at the base of my tongue, really far back. So surgeon said, yes, we can operate. And UCI in California has robotics. So it's a robot surgeon. Boom. It was so small, it literally was like, yeah, we don't need to do reconstruction. There's nothing, don't need to graft. It's literally a tiny little corner of my tongue on the side. There was never a time in my head where it was like, oh, I'm going to have to lose my tongue or part of it or relearn to talk or anything. It was really, they said it's small. They never said anything else. After speaking with a surgeon, she said, there's a chance I'm able to get the perimeter and we won't need additional treatment. There is a chance that you don't need chemo, that you don't need radiation. I was like, good, I'll take that chance. If I do need, I'll do chemo, I'll radiation, I'll chat with them too. It was so far the back of my tongue that they only got 1 millimeter perimeter instead of the 3 that they wanted. After that, they did the neck dissection. After that, in the pathology report, my oncologist, I sat down and I said, listen, if you were in my shoes right now, would you get chemotherapy? And she said, you're 43 years old, you're young, let's do everything we can so this never comes back. Yes, I would get chemo in your position. I was like, okay, let's do that. Went to the radiation therapist. Said the same thing. I said, listen, he was the first one to say, I don't want to do radiation if we don't need to. I don't want to overtreat for something we don't need. But he said, for you in your position, you're young. We don't want this to come back. We do this, it won't come back. Or the odds are it won't come back. I was like, okay, let's do radiation and chemo, even though I didn't want to do any. I was hoping for just the surgery. I was doing both at the same time. And everything started at once. So I did radiation 5 times a week. Monday through Friday, where I'd go. Radiation is fine, the cream and everything. The hardest part was losing my sense of taste. Come to find out, the worst thing was my vocal cords got bruised because of the anesthesia tube. So it wasn't the treatment, it wasn't the surgery, the tongue is here. It wasn't the radiation, it's because the anesthesia tube basically was on my vocal cords for the surgery, and then they were bruised, so it was like a recovery. A 6 months recovery because of the tube, not because of the surgery or anything else. It was because the anesthesia. That's what affected my voice the most. I was getting back to performing, but I could not do some of the songs that had the higher range, or we had adjusted. I was so frustrated. I was just I was really, really angry and just wanted to sing and trying to what I knew that I could sing, how I could sing before, and then for 7-8 months I was just so frustrating. It was really frustrating because you're constantly trying to get better, and then at one point if this is my range, if I can't sing anymore or can't sing what I used to, we're gonna have to adjust and it'll be fine. The audience won't know what they're missing, but I know what my capabilities are and what I can do. When it came back, I was so happy. I was really tears in my eyes. I was like, yes, oh gosh, God, it's back. Happy to say that 2.5 years later now, and we are still completely in remission. No sign of the cancer coming back, and we are performing our faces off and back at it. It was amazing to be able to come back and perform and have a quote unquote homecoming, but it was just really great. And now it feels like we're back with a vengeance. It's not to have a chip on my shoulder, but it's now also we're not getting younger, and I'm not thinking this way, but what if it comes back and then I have to take some time off again in the future? So it's let's get everything we want to get done and be aggressive about it and perform and push and really hit the ground running. There's a moment where we grab some stools, we sit at the edge of the stage and kind of talk about things, our struggles. And so it leads us into some inspiring songs that we sing, but literally, kind of the format of our shows, we sing a song and then we kind of introduce ourselves, talk about, where we're from, what our journey. And so our shows are usually anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes. And I kind of say, what happened? I was when I was a couple of years ago, I was driving and I started feeling like there was a tickle at the back of my throat. Saw a doctor and I was diagnosed with Squamous Cell Carcinoma. I had tongue cancer. Surgery, and kind of talk a bit of my recovery quickly and kind of basically say, at the end of the day, always listen to your body, talk about, don't be scared to go see your doctor, and focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what the diagnosis, focus on the recovery, stay positive, and singing and dancing helps.
Hey everyone, we're Nick and Desi. If we haven't met yet, we're Broadway performers who are married and who are from New York City.
That's what we love to do, and people see our show and they say, it's the best show they've seen. They leave feeling inspired and just happy because it's an escapism. It really is. There's so much going on in the world and we don't know what the struggles people are going through. So we just love to share our story to inspire and to just say, hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to feel how you feel, but also it's okay to be able to escape and just be entertained and forget about it for a second, you know? Because healing is not just focusing and being angry or just always, you know, just woe is me and why did this happen to me? That's what we love to do with our show. We love to just provide entertainment, to also have people be like, hey, you know what? Let's just go hear this story, hear some great songs, see some great tap dancing, be inspired, see this couple who are having so much fun on stage, no matter what struggles they went through, no matter what things, you know, life threw at them. Here they are still doing what they love to do and sharing that passion with people around.